Good morning. Welcome to another episode of... Wait a minute. Hi, welcome to today's video. I'm the Hooded Lit, and today I wanted to do something different for me. I'm sure somebody has done this before, but I don't know that I've seen it. And I'm not maybe the best person in the world about cleaning out my older makeup. I have a tendency to just think, oh, well, but it might come in handy sometime. And I thought, I actually have a full face of makeup that's really, really old. Full face of expired makeup. Let's get started. So I have done my cleansing, my vitamin C, my sunscreen, my whole bit. It's time to put on some foundation. And I want to show you my beautiful foundations from Shiseido. I have two colors because I couldn't find the right color for me. And these are probably expired, but fear not, I'm just going to shake them up. But be sure to shake them up for, a while. 3 shakes isn't going to do it. Do it for a solid minute. And be sure to have a good grip so it doesn't fly out of your hand and break and you get foundation all over the place. So far, so good. Okay. My face is now even more red and my biceps are feeling pretty nice. So I am going to... I don't know if they still make this. It's a beautiful foundation, you guys. Ain't gonna lie. I have Golden 3 and Rose 3. So you might be able to guess that Golden 3 is probably a little too golden. So I did 3 pumps of that, and I'll just put in 1 pump of the Rose. Well, I mean, the pump is kind of probably had stuff in it for a little while. And I don't know why I didn't really use this very much. It's really beautiful, so it's a little too golden. I could have done a little bit more, and it kind of smells. Oh well, take a closer look. It's really, really a beautiful foundation. It needs a little bit more blending. So this was the one that came out before this Synchro Skin, and the formula is very, very different. But I think this is called it's called Synchronicity, I believe. I don't have my glasses on, but I think that's what it's called. So it's not, kind of the same name. I don't know what I'm saying, you guys. I'm just going to work this in a little bit. I have a lot of stuff that I should be throwing away, and this is probably one of them. Am I crazy, or the color is beginning to kind of normalize? Let's do some concealers. This is from Prescriptives. This is called Flawless Skin, and I loved this concealer for years and years and years, and when Prescriptives stopped being carried in stores, it looked like it was going away forever. But everybody loves the scent Calyx, so that went online, and I think some stores continue to carry it, and because so many people like some of the products from Prescriptives, it is fully an online brand now. But I didn't know that at the time, so I bought this when they went out of business, so I thought. So this is easily 11 years old, I think. This is in Warm, and I think this is a little too, it's a cream product. I think it's a little dark, so I'm going to mix it with this one, which is 2. So this is the 3, this is the 2. Actually, do I need to mix it with the 2? Okay, maybe I do a little bit. I'll take the warmer one outside like this. Can't see when I have it that way, can I? This is a great freaking concealer. And I'm not going to need to powder this. It's from product. Some product. Oh, this could be the disagreement between my foundation and my sunscreen, actually. That could be why I stopped wearing this. Alright, concealer. This is absolutely a freaking full coverage concealer. Wow, did I accidentally kind of find something here in the concealer department that I need to start considering? This coverage is crazy. I'm putting this aside. All right, blushes. Now, we all know that cream goes bad before powders, and I have some powder blushes that seriously are 20 years old. But this cream, I think, is about 10 years old. So this is Petunia from Stila, and it's a really pretty color. Somebody, a makeup artist, actually gave this to me, and whoops, making a mess here. And I just loved, this is when I kind of got into the coral colors, because before that I was into the mauvey colors, and I'm like, oh, this is much kind of livelier and fresher than the other colors I was doing. But I'm going to show you some of those colors, and we're going to use some of those as well. Remarkably, I don't have an expired mascara. I thought that I had kept the Shock from, who did the Shock? YSL, because it was navy, and it was such a pretty color of navy. Unlike all the others, it was more like a navy gray instead of a cobalt. And I guess I finally threw that away. So, you know, yay me for doing that. Now, I got some powder blushes I guess we could do. So this is a little row I have of primarily Bobbi Brown products that are easily 20 years old. And this is before they made shadows and blushes with emollients in them, so as far as I'm concerned, they're still good. And I have some beautiful colors here. This broke, so I can't show you too well, but this is called Gunmetal. And it is so pretty. It's a beautiful grayish color, which finally people are getting into grays. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Why throw that away? Oh, here's another one. This is called Lilac. She doesn't do these anymore. Look at that. So pretty. Beautiful. And you know what I love about these? They're not flat. They're subtle, and they have interest to them without being boring, but they're not screaming. You know what I mean? So here are my two blushes, and this one is the older one, and I'm going to use that a little bit. It's called Sand Pink. I don't know if it's actually the right color anymore. That's how old it is. But I figure I can kind of do a little contouring bit with this, contour blush. I actually had, you guys, until recently, I had a bunch of blushes that were more than 25 years old. One from Prescriptives, one from Shiseido, and I finally, I guess, threw them out. I mean, they're freaking antiques. It's a pretty color. Now back in the day, I didn't contour and bronze and highlight, because I actually did have a highlighter that I threw away, and I didn't know it was highlighter. I got it at Nordstrom's. You know, sometimes at lunch I'd just go to Nordstrom's for a little retail therapy, and I bought this thing, and I don't even remember who made it, and the compact was half pink and half yellow. And I remember trying it on in the years since going, what is this? It was a highlighter. But it didn't look very good. I wish I still had that. That would have been fun to play with. So let's do a little shadow. My very favorite shadow that they don't make it anymore. It's called Fawn, and again, Bobbi Brown. And this is a taupey brown color, taupey gray-y brown that has a little bit of shine going on. So I guess you could say it's a satin. It still feels creamy. And that is, do you see the color shift a little bit? It's not a matte, but again, it's not, you know, popping. I haven't done anything to the lids. I just see what's going on here. I probably should have used this with a bigger brush. Look how pretty that is. This to me is a one and done. I just want to get something a little fluffier. See if I can blend it out so that it needs nothing else. I feel like there might be a little bit of lavender in this. not gonna lie, my face feels like it's itching a little bit. But I don't know if it's the makeup or if it's the fact that last night I used my Alpha Beta peels from Dr. Dennis Gross, and I used a scrub, and I shaved my face. Okay, I'm used to a little bit more with the eyes, I have to be honest with you. And I'm trying to think, do I have a really old eyeliner? I probably do, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. So I do feel like, let's go, this concealer is, I can't take my eyes off of it. It's like, whoa, that's a lot of concealer. Let's go into lips. So for lips, a couple of years ago, I was going through all my makeup and I thought I had way too many lipsticks, but I just could not throw them away. So I got this palette and I melted all my lipsticks into a palette. So here's some, and here's some more. And these are freaking ancient, but I also feel that they were melted, so that might have sanitized them in some weird way. So what do we do for lipstick? Okay, I think I'm going to go in with this one. This is by Lancome, and it says 307, and then I wrote Pale Lip, but I don't know if it's called Pale Lip. Doesn't smell all that great, not gonna lie. And it's a lot lighter than I thought it might be. It's pretty though. Huh. Not the best smell in the world. Okay, so we have some eyes, we have 2 blushes, we have a lip, we have foundation, we have concealer. Oh, this is old. This is a powder. This is Kohl from Guerlain. And this is super tricky. When I first got this, I was probably in my 20s, not this particular one. And I did it really well. I could do the Kohl on the inner when I was in my 20s because everything wasn't falling down. Things are different now. And because this is powder, I just want to show you what's going on here. So this is actually based on Indian culture. I didn't look this up, but I know that because I've seen some movies that take place in India, or the characters are Indian, and men would use this, actually. This wasn't for women. It was ceremonial, and they would put it around their eyes and swing it up. It wasn't just ceremonial, actually, come to think of it. And it's not Hindi, to my knowledge. But this has powder around it. So you have the powder in here, you dip into the powder. You could shake it up if you wanted, especially if it's old. And then tap off as you take out. And this is actually Kohl. Well, it might not technically be Kohl, but this is the idea behind a Kohl liner. It wasn't in a stick or in a pencil. Let's have some fun. I guess I will be cleaning afterwards. And what they do is, well, this is how I used to do it. Just put it on, close my eyes, and swoosh. Pretty easy. I don't remember if this is waterproof or if it's going to go all over my face, to tell you the truth, but I do know it's super old. But I do feel there's something off here, and I think it has something to do with my concealer. It's just a lot. I'm going to try to blend this in a little bit more. And I probably should have cleaned my fingers before I tried that. And I think I'm just going to try this gunmetal powder. Well, it's not supposed to be a powder, but I dropped it, so it turned into powder. So I'm just going to shake it so I can pick off from the lid and see what I can do here. I'm going for an evening look at 10 in the morning on a Saturday. That's so pretty. I feel that I just got some fallout, but that's pretty. Now my eyes are beginning to look a little normal. Such a darn pretty color. But I thought I'd go in with that lilac color anyway. Why not? And see how that works with this smoky eye that I have accidentally done, because I love these colors, but I think there is a little bit of lilac in there. And let's see. All right, you guys, I didn't say it was going to look good. I was just saying it's all expired, but I don't think I managed to really put together a fantastic look for myself. And mascara. This is expired for sure. This is Jane Iredale, so I'm just going to squeeze it to get the product on the... Ooh, I like. Wow, that's so weird. This is great. I don't know if it's the brush or what. I mean, I've tried it before, but I think just squeezing that tube so that the mascara itself gets all over the brush, so it's a game changer. Huh. Really pretty, right? And I do know that I have a sparkle right here. Oh. And I have one right here and right here. I think it's actually from the packaging. Oh. Okay. I have to go wash. I took off the lip because I just can't figure out what's going on here. Altogether, there's something off, but I've been feeling that way for a couple of days actually lately. I'm just feeling like, what's going on with my makeup? These little sparkle things, I'm convinced, are the packaging. The little pieces there are just coming off. Whatever. So let's dip back into this, and I'm going to do MAC Cream Cup. I don't think it'll be pretty on me. Does that work a little bit more? I feel like I'm going a teeny bit 60s vibe with this. No, I really don't like this lip color. But that's it, you guys. Playing with expired makeup. And what are my conclusions? I don't need to keep this. I can buy another one. I think they still make them. I better check. Don't yell at me, you guys. These were not cheap either. I don't remember how much they were, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You guys don't need to know what I'm going to do with it. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me for a few minutes and playing with expired makeup. And this is the look that I got. I have to say, the thing that worries me the most, these lipsticks definitely do not smell good. So I might have to make a project out of going through these, trying them on, and then looking to see if there's anything in here I want to repurchase and then throw this palette out. Or I don't know what. But here's my little, I cannot tell you how much time it took for me to melt these down, put them in the palette. This was, I still remember doing this. And they're all kind of colors that I don't really wear that much. I'm not super pink, but I keep trying. That's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope it was fun. I hope it was interesting. I hope it was a distraction from your day. And I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.